Imagine training every day, sacrificing everything, doing all of the right things, but still not performing the way you know that you can. You feel stuck, like something is blocking you. Not your talent, not your work ethic, but your mind. The truth is, most athletes fail not because they're not good enough, but because of the mental traps they don't even realize they are stuck in. If you don't know me, my name is Gabriel Zieno. I'm a mental performance coach working with elite athletes. And in the past 8 years, I've been doing this daily, helping athletes analyze, understand, and overcome the mental traps that they're falling into. In today's video, I want to expose to you the 10 most common mental traps that the athletes that I've worked with in the past years fell into. And by knowing those traps, you can analyze if you are stuck at any of those, which very likely you are at some level, and then understanding how you can operate and overcome those traps so they are not limiting your potential, limiting your growth, and then you can ultimately achieve the best of your potential. And just to give you perspective, I've seen thousands of athletes. I've worked with a lot of players and I have more than 1,000 athletes in my online platform. So every single day, I'm being exposed to different brains and how they respond under pressure. Gathering all of those things together, analyzing, understanding all of those phenomena that happens with those players, using neuroscience, psychology, and the best the science has to offer, I'm gonna show these traps to you. This is science. This is our methodology working with elite athletes. In today's video, is going to overcome exactly those traps to you. Mental trap number 1, performance equals self-worth. This is extremely common. A lot of athletes, especially the ones who grew up playing their sport very early, believes that their performance is going to dictate their self-worth, their self-esteem. And this happens because when you win, when you are scoring goals, when you're performing well, everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody likes you. Everybody wants to be around you. But when you are not performing, people don't care about you as much as they did when you were performing well. And then the natural conclusion that the brain gets to is, I gotta perform well for people to like me. My coach, my parents, my teammates, the club director, or any other person. If you get to that conclusion, if your brain assumes that that is true, you are going to feel stuck while you're playing. Because the level of fear that you're going to be into when you play the game is too high. And when fear is too high, rationality, calmness, stillness becomes low. And that is key for performance. Mental trap number 2, all or nothing thinking. One bad moment and everything feels ruined. And when you're playing at a highest level, it feels like it's true. And it's almost true. Because imagine you're playing the Champions League and then you make a mistake in the last 15 minutes of the game, your team gets scored and then you are out. One mistake ruins everything. That's true, and it could happen. But going into the game with that mindset, do you feel like that would help you, or would that put you out of your best performances? Do you feel like if you are on a trial, if you are on loan in a new team, if you are trying to get your spot in the starting 11 and you have that mindset, does that mindset help you or does it not? And this is one of the most important things that I discuss in my private sessions. It is not only if that thought is true or not, but it is about maintaining and creating thoughts that are helpful, effective, that align with your values and goals. So you can allow yourself to have those thoughts. You can allow your brain to wander and realize that if you make a mistake, it might be over. That's fine. But how are you able to keep your thoughts, keep your mindset aligned with your goals, aligned with your values in a way that promotes better performance? The better you train this, the more stimulus that you give yourself that align with this vision, the more likely you are to maintain this. But if throughout the week, before the game begins, you are always in that state of, I cannot mess up. If I play the perfect game, all of those things are gonna happen. If I make one mistake, all of those negative things are gonna happen. You are creating that mindset that blocks you instead of expansion, instead of growth. Mental trap number 3. External validation obsession. This links up to the first mental trap. The mistake that a lot of athletes make, and now I'm referring specifically to professional athletes, is being too worried about how people are speaking about them on social media, especially Twitter. And the more you engage with that, the more you seek for that validation, positively or negatively, the more you are attaching your self-worth into external validation. And the same could go for metrics. If I'm too obsessed about my score on SofaScore, on Transfer Market, all of my stats, my market value on Transfer Market, or any of those things, the more I'm going to attach my self-worth to external metrics. And the more I do that, the less in control I am of myself. The more importance I give to external things, the more external things are going to control my emotions and my reactions. In this mental trap, I'm explaining this in a way of Twitter, Transfer Market, SofaScore, or any other external metric that pretty much only happens with pro athletes, which it's mostly how I do my one-on-ones. But the same goes for you as an academy player, as an amateur player. If you are too worried about what your parents are going to say, what your coach is going to think, you are allowing those external metrics to define your success, your self-worth. Mental trap number 4, fear of judgment becoming a main driver of your performance. This is a specific quote from an athlete. I want to do it, but I hold back because of fear. Playing safe feels emotionally safer than expressing my full potential. And if you go through this, which is extremely aligned with mental trap number 1 and mental trap number 3, the way to go about it is slowly and gradually expose yourself to those situations while practicing an approach that feels more aligned with your values. For example, I fear expressing myself, I fear playing my game because people might judge me. Okay, so what is the lowest level of fear that you have? Maybe when you're playing with friends, or maybe doing extra training in front of your teammates. Okay, can we expose you to that situation while you visualize your actions, you visualize your responses, and then expose yourself to that? So let's say you have 10 levels of pressure. Now you're going to expose yourself to level 1, and while you expose yourself to level 1, you're going to implement 2 tools: visualization and process goals. As you expose yourself to that, you practice the repetition. Okay, now I'm comfortable at level 1. Can we expand your comfort zone a little bit more and go into level 2? Okay, what is another situation that I could expose myself to? This psychology, this neuroscience is gradually exposing you to the fearful situation while building a new interpretation of that. This helps tremendously. Mental trap number 5. I'm trying to speed up a little bit because otherwise this video is gonna be massive. Hyper focus on outcomes. Even when I do well, I just think when I will score. If you're too worried about one specific metric or how it looks on the outside, the more you're going to obsess about those things. Just notice, up until this point of the video, what are the mental traps, what are the common thoughts that you see yourself having or yourself falling into when things are not going well. Thinking about that and doing this analysis will reveal to you what things might hold you back now and what things might hold you back in the future. The better your awareness on those factors, the easier it becomes for you to overcome them. Number 6, emotional rigidity. I need everything to be perfect for me to perform. The perfectionist, thinking that everything is 1 + 1 = 2. If I'm doing more hours of preparation, then it means that I'm going to perform better than others, which is not true, especially at the highest level. If you need everything to be perfect, you are living in fear. You are living in avoidance of negative things happening. That is not going to bring that enjoyment, that freedom, that patience of playing the game. You want to be more flexible, allow yourself to fit in different situations so you can perform at your best. Number 7, overthinking equals preparation. The more I stress about it, the more I worry about it, the more solutions I find. And this is completely messed up. The more you overthink, the more you stress and worry about it, the more you put yourself in a mental state of stress, of fear. All you can see is the problem, the things that could be negative. When you are in that state, you are not finding solutions, you are finding more problems, you are finding more negative outcomes that could happen in that specific situation. And the key for you is, instead of putting yourself in this stressful mental state of fear, of pressure, put yourself in a mental state of enjoyment. Think of Lamine Yamal and Endo Mendes taking naps before playing the Nations League semi-final and final. Think of Cristiano Ronaldo being able to enjoy playing so many stressful moments of his career. His biological age is 29 years old. He's 40. He's being exposed to the highest level of pressure that exists in the world of sports. And he still managed to keep his stress level lower. One of the most relevant factors for you to get older, for your nervous system to be damaged, is stress. The fact he's 40 and his biological age is 29 shows that he's incredibly good at managing stress. And that also tells us one of the biggest competitive advantages that he has for staying fit, for enjoying the game, for performing under pressure, for his increased longevity. All of those things are outcomes of being able to manage stress in a good way. Number 8, extremely tied to this, waiting to feel right. I wasn't in the mood to train, so it didn't go well. How many times this has happened to you? I'm going to training today, but my motivation is not the highest, so my focus is not the best, so I just have to wait until I feel good. I just have to wait another day to be able to perform well. This is messed up. Things are the opposite. You can control things. You can control your preparation. You can develop the self-awareness to understand what are the factors that are limiting your focus and your motivation that day. Mental trap number 9, the fixed identity trap. That's just how I've always been. I'm this way. I just play better when coaches are not watching. I just perform well when I get the 2 or 3 first actions right in the game. I just play well at night. I just perform well against weak teams. This is the way I am. This is my identity as a player. If you build that, this rigid version of yourself, you are limiting your growth. You are pretty much giving up on trying to perform better at different situations. If you recognize this on you, very likely you're trying to protect your ego. I'm not gonna even try to perform under pressure. I'm not gonna even try to ignore the coach's opinions because that's not me. I need those things to perform well. You're pretty much giving up, protecting my ego. I wouldn't want to try because if I try and I lose, I'm gonna feel bad about myself, so I better not even try. Last one, mental trap number 10. Internal tug of war between ambition and pressure. This is very interesting. I want it so bad that I destroy myself in the process. Ambition becomes toxic when it leads to constant dissatisfaction and pressure. This balance between I want more, but I'm able to enjoy the present moment is probably one of the trickiest things when you are at the highest level, or at least when you are accomplishing good things. When you're trying so hard to the point of I'm wearing myself out, I'm stressing myself every single day, I am too tired to try again because I really destroy myself. My self-esteem, my motivation, my passion, my relationships, my sleep quality, my well-being, all of these things are trash because I'm so focused on trying my hardest. It's not gonna help me. This mindset is not helping you perform better. Long term, this is gonna destroy you. I just mentioned the example of Cristiano Ronaldo. If you're able to manage your stress, protect your passion, increase your enjoyment, increase your freedom, you are going to perform better under pressure, you're going to lower your stress levels, you're going to recover faster, you're going to have a longer career. So protect your brain. That is the thing that controls you. That is the thing that literally determines how well you are able to play a game. If you don't take care of that, you're not going to achieve your best potential. You're not going to enjoy your career. What's the point of doing this? Think about those traps, evaluate yourself on those. These are things that I'm showing you, that I'm sharing with you. They're present in a lot of athletes that I coach, a lot of athletes inside our program, and that gives you an insight of what the brain of high performers look like. How are you able to tap into that mode and make the most out of that? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, make sure that you leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on this, share the video with your friends, leave a like on this video, and I'll see you in the next one.